And their defense, as it rolls out here, it is going to be Indust on the Zenyatta, Milo on the Reinhardt, Pooks on Lucio, Enigma repping D.Va once more, Gods on McCree, and for Seagull, what will it be? Probably not fair in this meta, more than likely a Junkrat, but it could be something else too. Lots of different options here on First Point Hollywood, but Junkrat would make sense in terms of going back to that.
Yeah, there he goes on the Junkrat. Yeah, probably not fair is exactly what I was thinking as well. Just so hard to run her right now with the strength of McCree. Now, offensively, I think most people are queued up on what they are going to be playing. Slasher is yet again trying to convince them he should play Ana instead of Zenyatta, but he will eventually come on to Zenyatta. We actually saw him play Ana earlier today. It was pretty interesting to see Ana in the meta. But Shadowburn will be on that Genji too easy. We'll be playing the McCree. Reels is going to be playing Lucio Zoms on his Zarya. Forsaken will switch onto D.Va. There goes Slasher onto his Zenyatta. So pretty standard lineup coming out from WEUNITED.
Alrighty, so defense set up here for LG. We'll see if they can do what... It's not impossible, but man, has it been hard. First point defense on Hollywood. Offense setting up here. Forsaken going to be leading the way. Shadowburn will have the fall through. And McCree's will be poking each other as Forsaken now moving forward. Immediately eats a Discord Orb. And that's the rough thing for D.Va here, is that D.Va, even though she leads the way, oftentimes will be getting discorded in a hurry. And right now, all of WEUNITED taking the top floor, gets on top of the building. High ground advantage right now versus LG is LG, they're being smart about this. They're backing out into the cafe. They're not giving up a whole lot of free poke. I'm saying, look, you want to go in on us, you're going to have to do more than just take the high ground. You need to commit just a bit more.
I like this from both teams, actually. I like the angle from the offense. I like that they're not putting anyone up top on the cafe. That's just a spot that you're just begging to get bullied out of. Seagull takes down Shadowburn with the first blood.
Yep, Seagull, Shadowburn tried to get in. Seagull completely denying that turn. Milo on the Zoms. And this is a true bend but don't break defense coming up from LG. I like it here thus far. Too easy, though. Explodes, takes out Gods and Milo. Winning that McCree versus McCree battle. Deadeye already charged. That's rough now for LG. Things are looking pretty good. Seagull got the early pick. Has the Tire now on the way. Sneaky Tire comes in, takes out Reels. They're giving up a third of the point, but it's quite the fight here. Shadowburn, though, has returned. Has the Dragon Blade up. Gonna be running right into Sound Bearer, though, so a little bit of a problem there. But Too Easy has his backup. They take out Enigma. And Transcendence coming out from Indust, and this is just to keep Milo alive and buy extra time on the point. It's a brawl, one that WEUNITED is starting to win, but LG at least is buying valuable time.
Yeah, I mean, despite the fact that they're going to lose this point right now, that was a better defense than we've seen generally on this map. Now, I wonder if it's going to cost them as far as getting set up goes, because they did have to bleed a couple players onto that, essentially 3 players. They got the back spawns off of that, too, so now they're already being pushed off a second roof.
Pretty good offense coming out here. Oh, man, Too Easy getting punched in the face by Milo. The sound effect alone, just amazing. But yeah, this is where LG, they're going to have to regroup here in the Streets phase, and this is where we've seen teams really buy a lot of their time on Hollywood as of late. It hasn't been point A, but we have seen the Streets defenses be a lot better. Way more places where defense can actually hold and not die. Milo right now leading the way, buying a little bit of space. Seagull right behind him. Moves in on Shadowburn, takes him right out with the aid of Enigma. Good coordinated push in from LG, and now they're getting back out. You don't want to get greedy here on Streets phase.
No, they absolutely got the kill that they wanted there. They've got control of the rooftops back, despite having lost a couple bodies late on that first point capture. They have everything they want going for them on their second point defense, and honestly, that's a pretty good first point defense, too. They should be pretty happy with how things have gone so far in this map. Don't want to overextend it.
No, not in the least. And for now, I mean, they're holding on to the rooftops. Milo and Enigma not doing anything crazy. Just saying, look, you guys want to get up here, you're going to have to remove us. Soundbearer, though, does come out here from the offense there, looking to make their move. Zom certainly looking for a Graviton. They have to back away from the D.Va. Oh, and still picks off Slasher. Still, though, he's the only casualty. Shadowburn right now is in the back line. Does get 2 kills before going off. Pretty back and forth between the two teams right now. Seagull, though, is down. Gods is died really early on that fight, and as a result, LG, they're going to have to back up, give up some ground, and look to defend right before the second point.
Zoms is looking to set up this Graviton. I think he thought everyone was going to have to rotate through the side door. They were looking for that, but now here comes the regular door. D.Va Bomb goes through this door.
Yep, Gods just won the duel versus Too Easy, so they're going to be up on McCree. Not a favorable position early on here. Indus flows the Transcendence, and it's up during the Graviton. Going to mitigate a lot of that. As Seagull now coming in with the Dragon Blade, looking to the back line. Gets on Slasher as the Transcendence fades. Looking for a little bit more. No one on him. Has a double kill. Can he get more? Has Lucio in his sights and Shadowburn, who's discorded. Seagull does eat a lot of poke there. Does have to back out. does take out Childburn with a well-aimed Swift Strike. And it's very close in the card here, but LG's starting to turn this in their favor, and Milo could even use Primal Rigid to delay it a bit. So they're going to hold this. Going to be up for a reset here for the offense.
Yeah, Too Easy is still in. I think he's trying to go hero mode. He thought him and Forsaken, but the reinforcements are coming in, and they did not clean up Too Easy yet, so here comes this High Noon.
Yep, Deadeye does come out. Interesting the offense is being this aggressive here, but it works out. Pook's got caught, and because Pook's got caught, I don't know if LG's going to be able to hold this now. Milo goes down in turn. Diva ult coming out here from Enigma. Will catch anyone? Does catch Zombs. The Seagull coming right back in, so this is a dirty just brawl right now on the payload. No team really getting a chance to go back and re-coordinate.
That Slasher adds a couple kills. It is super brawly on the point. Is right now only Forsaken hanging out on the cart. That is not going to be enough for them. They do turn it back, does LG, and they're going to have to regroup on the offense. 2 minutes left to finish this out, only 2 meters away.
That was gritty stuff by LG.
Yeah.
That was not an easy attack to hold off. WEUNITED choosing relentless offense there, and it almost worked out. LG now will get a full chance to reset. Gods will have Deadeye, Indus will have Transcendence, so slight ult advantage right now to the defense. And Seagull actually no longer in Genji. He's swapped to Roadhog.
Okay, interesting enough. Roadhog has been really good at dealing with really elusive Genjis like Shadowburn.
Well, right now, LG just concerned with keeping presence here on the point. Seagull goes down the Too Easy, but LG bring it right back, aided by that Transcendence. Gods with 1 kill, looking for Shadowburn right now. Gets the kill on the Shadowburn. Maybe a double kill, looking for a little bit more. Down goes Lucio, a 3K by Gods.
Yeah, Slasher suicide.
From LG to hold out. And now for LG, they have gridded this out, and they only need to hold for another minute 15 seconds here. This is a good look for them, Hex. One more team fight. They hold before second. They will be in a great opportunity to bring this map right back and force map number 3 against WEUNITED.
They got all the tools to use it. We're going to start with the zoning High Noon, zoning Deadeye. Enigma's got his bomb as well. Earthshatter could absolutely end this game with 1 Q. They need to win this fight.
And we do have a fight here between Too Easy and Enigma in the bar. Enigma, though, gone back out. We'll have Diva ult here for this next fight. Milo hanging on to Earthshatter as... And there's the Earthshatter. Knocks down 3. Here comes Seagull, ready to feast in the backline. Can't get stunned out right away, though, so... Does not get quite as much as he wants. Meanwhile, Shadowburn is back on the Dragon Blade. Takes out 3.
Should be it. That's
and unfortunately, LG was not able to deal with that, so the dream of a second point hold going away. But... in their favor. There's not a lot of time here for WEUNITED to bring this to life.
It's still been a very impressive defense, just based on what we've seen out of Hollywood lately. This has been one of the better Hollywood defenses, and I wouldn't put them past it being able to actually lock them out and not let them complete this map. As you mentioned, only 2 minutes left. The card itself is going to take about 40 seconds, 60 seconds unimpeded to get there, so already a great time set by Luminosity.
Yep, LG right now coming back in force. They do have Pooks with the Sound Bearer at the ready. Should be dropping that in a moment. Zom's going for the flank. Here comes the Sound Bearer. We're breaking it down on the offense as well. Speaking of breaking, Seagull about to break some heads with Dragon Blade potentially here. Godzo gets a double kill right away, so if it's needed, deflect onto the Deadeye. Here comes Dragon Blade now moving to the back line. Gonna get stunned immediately, but healed up by Transcendence as Too Easy still gets a pick. That was a headshot that took out Seagull there. And now WEUNITED in the driver's seat. They're going to be able to push us forward. Yeah. Slasher takes out Enigma. A minute 30 remaining on the game clock. They absolutely can finish this out.
Yeah, all the damage down. Both Gods and Seagull died early in that fight. Enigma followed soon after. They're going to try to get some poke damage, keep them as far back into spawn as possible as this cart rolls through. This is very conceivably the last fight. Zoms has Death Blossom too.
Milo drops the Earthshatter right now, moves right in. 2 kills coming out here from LG, 2 kills from Zoms. Zoms bringing Death Blossom to get those pretty back and forth here on the point, but Enigma is the only one left alive after the smoke settles as Too Easy gets 2 kills in the backline, and that's going to be it. This is going to be a cap here from WEUNITED. They will not get full held. 55 seconds remaining on that cap, which means that is a time of 8:05.
Well, about as slow as we've seen an offense take Hollywood in recent days, but they did complete the map. They do set themselves up with a win condition of just stop them from completing the map. Really good defense out of LG, though. It's a pleasure to see teams actually playing defense on Hollywood, because lately it's been a bunch of 4-minute and 5-minute Hollywood maps. They played really well, just eventually the offense, that relentless offense from WEUNITED. Now, you saw that fight that they almost won, got it 2 meters away from the cart. That is kind of what WEUNITED has been doing lately. Even when they lose a fight, there's a couple members who always stick around. It always seems like a mistake, but they never get punished for it, and they stick around, and then the reinforcements get there, so they take that 2v5, and then it's a 3v5, and a 4v5, and eventually they're at full strength and fighting again, and you didn't even know where the other members came from.
Yeah, and I mean, WEUNITED's ability to stick in team fights, it's just interesting. A lot of teams opt for the full reset. They don't opt for the full reset in a lot of cases, but they get away with it anyways.
Yeah.
Either way, though, looking here at the defense coming out here from the side of WEUNITED, where, again, Hollywood first point defense is absolutely terrifying right now. It is not in the defense's favor. Shadowburn will be on the Genji. Zombs on the Reaper. Real's going to be on the Lucio. Slasher once more on Zenyatta. Forsaken on Reinhardt, and Too Easy going to be repping the McCree. And I'll say this for Too Easy. His McCree play at the very beginning of this patch was not lighting the world on fire, but I feel like he stepped it up here today. He's had some very good moments. Great play coming out of Too Easy. And Hex, what are you seeing coming out here from the offensive LG?
Yeah, just another quick note on Too Easy. I completely agree with you. I was actually going to mention that I expected him to get pretty outclassed by Gods in the McCree battle, and he has absolutely held his own so far. Now, Indust is going to be playing the Zenyatta for this Luminosity squad. Milo will be playing Reinhardt. Gods on that aforementioned McCree. Seagull will be playing the Genji. Enigma, of course, on Diva. Pooks will round it out on his Lucio.
Alright, so LG now on the move. We'll see just how quick they go in here. They do have a lot of time to their credit here. They don't have to be crazy fast, but the nature of first point attacks right now is going fast, period. We'll see how Enigma rolls in. Could be seeing Enigma and Seagull go in at the same time. Diva Genji coordination has been a thing as of late. Milo, though, finding a little bit of space here with the Reinhardt. Just look at what the Diva can do. They're absorbing those shots, but giving the defense even more ability to get the high ground. Reinhardt's shield will be going down. Both teams still at full strength, looking for the all-important first pick. And Shadowburn now in a little bit of trouble, eating all sorts of poke with that Discord up on him. Slight advantage of the LG as they look for this, but for now, WEUNITED is hanging in there.
Shadowburn is just so fearless. Like, he came around the corner and just challenged Seagull and said, fight me 1v1. Got over there, was still Discord, it didn't really bother him, just still staying in there as much as he could. He does get taken out now, though, that maybe that fearlessness, a little too fearless.
Yeah, he gets taken down. Seagull and Gods moving in. They know they have the advantage. And again, rip first point on Hollywood. It's so hard for teams to defend this now. And Seagull coming in over the top. A Seagull reigns from above. Down goes Slasher. Oh, man.
It really makes you appreciate the fact that LG was able to hold a couple pushes. I mean, they held it much longer. Like, it doesn't look like it's an amazing defense, but it's one of the better defenses I've seen on Hollywood in a while.
No, I mean, for LG on their first point defense, they bended, they did not break, and even though I think technically you can argue they lost on the, air quotes, first push, it was a long first push, they delayed it, and now they have a little under 7 minutes left to go from here to the end. That's plenty of time here in Hollywood.
Yeah, so we'll see how this second stage goes. Of course, everyone's just going to wait a little bit for the limo to get around this first bend. Sometimes the defense will aggress off of this rooftop. That has been somewhat of WEUNITED style. They like to take the fight to the opposing team if they feel they have a small advantage. Right now, ultimate advantage is in Luminosity's favor, though everyone with their ultimate ready.
Yep, and this is everything in LG's favor. Every ultimate is up right now. Gods does get poked pretty heavily, has to back up. Earthshower comes in, but here comes the Sound Bear. Here comes Seagull right now, going for Dragon Blade kills. Not able to get anything just yet, but is slicing into Winston. 2 kills here for LG. Make it a double for Seagull. 3 overall. Goes to the back line, and LG going to bring this right back in their favor. Enigma even piling on with the Diva. And they are bringing it right back to WEUNITED. I'm not sure if that's going to be enough to get them the second point, but it's going to be awfully close.
It should be super close. I wonder where they're going to try to aggress from here. Probably the far door has been the avenue of aggression for the most part. But God, that Reinhardt died so late, Forsaken, that he's not going to be up here to be able to help out. They're going to try to stall, I guess, with Zombs and Slasher. They're coming in really discoordinated.
Deadeye comes out. Yeah, that was not a good defense at all from WEUNITED. They came in 1 by 1. Seagull and Gods immediately punished that in turn. And LG right now, Hex, they have been coming back very strong. They have over 5 minutes to bring this to last.
Yeah, I just think it was way too late for the Reinhardt. I mean, you want to come in that doorway behind your Rein. That's why you're running him. I thought they thought they could actually stall it out with Zombs, causing enough chaos, and then maybe clean up a couple in the back lines. They lost their individual battles over there, so now they have to hold this last point for a little shy of 5 minutes. Not impossible, but a monumental task.
I mean, this would be just a hold for the ages right now if WEUNITED was actually able to hold this in. I mean, we have seen it before. It's not unprecedented.
Yeah.
But the way LG is playing right now, it is looking grim indeed. Seagull, though, coming over the top, takes out Slasher with 2 slashes, goes to the back, looking right now for too easy. Nothing he can do in that situation. Shadowburn comes to the back for support, but too little too late. Seagull has done immense damage to the back line. And the offense of LG rolling through. Shadowburn does get 2 kills, though, in the end, so might be bringing this back. Gets a triple kill.
Yeah, we've seen Shadowburn bust up these
goodness.
heroics before. He's 1v5 teams. It's been impressive. He's going to get some kills, slow them down at the very least, let reinforcements get up and alive and actually slow down that card progress.
Yeah, so Shadowburn, really good job to stop that from snowballing completely out of control. Genji's really doing well in this meta. Shadowburn, though, coming out with the Dragon Blade, looking for Seagull to return the favor. Not able to get him down, goes over, dives, gets juked by Seagull and taken out. So Gods, with the fall through, takes out Shadowburn. 5v5 right now is Indust, leads the way here on Transcendence. On the point, LG swarming, looking to take out Reinhardt, not able to do it. Forsaken, still alive. It ends up getting healed out. How is he still alive? Now swings the hammer back in favor of WEUNITED. Really amazing stuff for Forsaken actually staying alive there.
Yeah, God's maybe a little too cute. Tries to get to the back line and get a Deadeye, but gives his life up for it, and it was a strange positioning. They could have used him in the front line of that fight to try to take down Forsaken, but a clutch Transcendence from Slasher to keep Forsaken alive. They just needed bodies on the point. You cannot let anyone die in that situation. He didn't clutch in the Transcend, and now they're actually kind of holding this right now. 3 minutes remaining.
Yeah, 3 minutes remaining. There's still plenty of time for LG here, but WEUNITED, they've got about half the way. So, cannot underestimate that. Seagull right now using verticality to his advantage, waiting for a Dragon Blade of his own. Enigma leading the way, making space. And here comes the Dragon Blade coming right out, looking right at Reinhardt, not being deterred by that sound barrier in the least. Pook's going to take out the Reinhardt. Here comes the Deadeye. Seagull has to run for cover as Zombs wins that Diva duel. So, 5v5 right now. Ultimate's being drained on both sides, but look at Shadowburn. He's already built another Dragon Blade Hex, and we know what that means if he gets into the back line. Gods and Seagull need the Blade Hex, and we know what that means if he gets into the back line. Gods and Seagull need the watch out.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny because you've been saying Shadowburn in the back line. I'm like, well, where else would he be? Shadowburn's always in the back line. He owns a condo in the back line, so I'd imagine he's going to try to dash over top, activate that blade, activate the dash yet again. He's always in the air. He uses verticality so well as Genji.
All right, well, LG right now is pushing the point, literally moving in. Zom's going to go for the default here, gets nothing off of it, does zone out a little bit. Enigma deep diving, going to get knocked out of his mech. He's going to get taken out, but not before God takes out Lucio. So 5v5 right now on point. Down comes the Earth Shout from Milo, knocks down 2, stops the Deadeye, but Forsaken, W-Mouse 1 in the back. Kills 2. Shadowburn, Dragon Blade at the ready, takes out Seagull. And WEUNITED is holding here, Hex, and what once looked like an assured LG victory might be slipping out of grasp. They only have one good push left.
It's not going to be this one. The next one might be better. Seagull does have Dragon Blade. I mean, time is running out. 90 seconds left, so maybe you can wait for everyone to get their ults up. But what was so great about Shadowburn's Dragon Blade there, not only did he take on Seagull then, he forced out the Transcendence. That's an ult they would love to have on this push.
Absolutely, and for this, Seagull does have Dragon Blade up. They have Sound Barrier. Defense has Sound Barrier as well, so everything going to be on the table here for LG. They need this push to work. They are down to their last minute and 5 seconds. Here comes the Dragon Blade. Seagull now moving to the backline. Gets 1 slash on the Too Easy. Too Easy dies. Enigma with the value on Reaper. Shadowburn, though, takes out Enigma. 5v5. Very close between the two teams. Real still has Sound Barrier. He didn't drop it. I don't know why. It might be too little too late, though. Seagull takes out Slasher. 4 kills here for LG. And LG is going to win Hollywood. And now I'm just wondering, why didn't Real Sound Barrier?
Too easy.
He did have it up. Am I crazy?
No, I think he did. Yeah, he comes up with it again. That might be an ult that's... should have been cast.
That is a little bit weird to me because I feel like if they had Sound Barrier up there, that fight could have gone the other way. But what it comes down to here is that LG gets through in the last minute. Our series is now tied 1-1.
I just feel so bad for poor Lucio's because really you only notice it when they miss a sound barrier. It's generally when you call out a Lucio's name. So if you don't hear a Lucio's name, it means they're playing well. You'll generally hear it if they miss their sound barrier. But definitely an ult that should have been cast.